action! Guys, watch out! Run! Go, go!
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
You guys,
Thank you.
you know, talk about knocking it out of the ballpark, man. Yeah, right. No. How do you bunt with Spielberg and J.J. Abrams? I mean,
on a 1-foot baseball field?
Yeah, man. Is it a big deal when you got a call from J.J. and Steven to be in this movie?
Yes, it was. I love all J.J.'s, work and everything.
Yeah.
And Steven, I mean, he's Steven Spielberg, And I knew that my sister, she worked with him on War of the Worlds, and I'd met him before because I went on that set. And she was 12 when she did that movie, and then I was 12 when I did Super 8. So that was really fun,
Had you seen any Spielberg or
Yes.
J.J.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Spielberg and Abrams were
yeah.
already known to us.
Okay, all right, just checking.
Yeah. Goonies. Awesome.
Goonies.
Jaws.
Well, this sort of reminded me a little bit of a Goonies type of film. You know, with the gang, with you guys together?
Yeah, it definitely has like the Goonies, Stand By Me, E.T., all that feel, but it's definitely a lot more fresh,
It's not a kid's movie. It's a sci-fi adventure with suspense, a creature that's really scary that I can't mention, and it's also a love story. It's a coming of age.
Pretty much just be a lifeless ghoul with no soul, dead eyes, scary.
These actors are really young, and some of them have never done any work before. And
That's
what was
right.
that experience like, man?
These guys were really easily up to the task. You've seen the performances, and they mesh together. There's a few scenes in the movie where you just want to be with this group of kids. You feel like you were one of those kids when you were little.
I knew I wanted kids in the film who felt like real kids, who didn't feel like actors. I got to sort of watch them develop their friendships, and in some cases actually went and reshot certain moments later in the film when they'd become so, close, because I wanted that kind of comfort. You guys are kind of up-and-comers. You two, it's like kind of setting the bar high. This is your first film.
Yeah.
I mean, were you nervous going on set? I mean...
I was super nervous the first day. I'd never seen a movie set or anything before. I was just, JJ was the best. He taught us so much about making movies, and he was the greatest.
You had these amazing action sequences.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that like? With the train crashing and you've got this monster in front of you. I mean, is it just a tennis ball there? Or?
We actually went to a planet and picked up an alien,
Yes.
brought him back. He was a challenge to work with. He
was
wouldn't
kind of
leave
an
his
extra.
trailer.
I was a diva alien. And,
He wouldn't leave his trailer. He'd just sit in there. It was a pain.
When did he reveal to you what the creature was going to look like? Or didn't you know until you saw the movie
Last night.
Really?
Yeah. It was a huge secret. We found out the secret last night.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't in the script or anything. You didn't show us anything.
You guys had the opportunity to work with Elle Fanning,
Yeah.
which is kind of cute. Anybody have a crush on her?
I'm 16. She's 12.
Right there.
Count me
Over.
out.
She's too old for you?
She's too young.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm
Way too
16.
young.
She's 12.
Yeah.
We got the beepers right there.
The what? Oh,
No,
right
whatever.
there.
No, hanging around her every single day.
A couple of them confessed to me that they had a crush on you during shooting.
They did?
Yeah.
Who?
Well,
I'll have to ask him.
Riley.
I love him.
And then, I'm just gonna say Riley because they called him out. They said he followed you around a lot.
Production value! Carrie, you put film in the camera, right? I didn't put it in. What?
You shoot a movie within the movie. Is it true you really gave them full reign as to come up with the idea of what they wanted to shoot? Well, there were certain things that I knew I wanted to say in certain lines and certain scenes, but what would happen is, and part of it was an exercise in their, like trying to get them to sort of work together in this way, is a scene would be coming up for their movie in the movie. And I would say, here's the scene, this is what has to happen, go write it.
He let us write, most of the scenes.
We wrote
if not
the
all.
script.
Yeah, we set up the shots.
We wrote whoever we talked with in the scene. I wrote it with Riley, Zach, Joe, and Elle.
And Ryan.
And you were the zombie. You grunted. You weren't talking.
Whenever I was playing the director, I just looked to see what JJ was doing, how he did it. He told me a little bit about directing, It was really cool.
Yeah, my inspiration for being the zombie was looking at all the crew who hadn't slept in a week to make this film possible. So thank you guys. You really gave me help.
I saw it. No one believes me.
I believe you.